Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. We're just gonna chat quick before I jump back into a project that I left about a year ago. Definitely got distracted by the state of the world, but today we're gonna talk about spiritual warfare. Because it's super real. So I'm gonna talk about this, share a little bit about what I've been through. Not really have to, but then we're gonna start. Last year, before the genocide started, I was doing a project with this tarot, the Dreams of Gaia. We were doing integrating our shadow work. And I want to get through the major arcana, which is the like main themes. So these are the ones that we've already done. So you're going to have to scroll down if you want to see. I think there's like 7 that we did, but then the genocide happened and I wasn't doing these anymore. But these are going to help you with spiritual warfare. These are going to help you. I'm going to read from the book too. It's a lot of stuff. These are really, really deep tarot cards. They go deep. They call you out on your shit. But anyway, that's the project. I'm going to upload that after this conversation. And I only have 18 left. So hopefully we can get through the major arcana before Christmas. It's our goal. But spiritual warfare, let's talk about it. We're all experiencing spiritual warfare right now, and it is a very intense thing. I don't even know where to start. This isn't a conversation about religion. This isn't a conversation about witchcraft. It's a conversation about entities and energy, ultimately. There are negative entities, right? That you guys have heard. I'm sure you've heard of energy vampire, just as like a term. A lot of the narcissists are energy vampires. They require other people's energy as like fuel, right? A lot of people do within our society, slash like global, like capitalism breeds this shit, right? But spiritual warfare, I mean, it is intangible. You can't touch it. So a lot of people don't even know what's happening, right? But it happens. I don't want to talk about this in a religious way, but I think that there are some terms that we can use that people who are very religious will understand, like possession. Like demonic possession is a thing within spiritual warfare. However, it doesn't necessarily mean like exorcism kind of shit. It means where your energy goes, your energy flows, right? Or where your attention goes, your energy flows. So, a couple examples of spiritual warfare that I can think of from like a pulp culture standpoint. You guys remember that Travis Scott concert a couple years ago, where people were like sharing all of these videos of like entities floating around. They kind of look like Dementors from Harry Potter. Super real. People died at that concert. Remember, there was like, people talk about frequencies. So frequencies are real. The HD hertz are the frequencies that align with like our energy points within our bodies. And also the earth itself has its own frequencies, right? You guys ever go on TikTok and follow the people that have those little things that they clip onto the plants and then you can hear the music that the plants make? It's a frequency, don't worry, I'm getting to my point. It's a frequency, it's like plants emit a certain frequency and different plants at that, right? So I think within spiritual warfare, because we're experiencing this and it's going to pick up when this next administration comes in, not just for Americans either. I think, well, we'll see. But there's a pretty large rise of entity that is breeding more imbalance rather than providing balance, right? And keeping shackles on, right? So anyway, that's Travis Scott is a good example of that. if you haven't seen Harry Potter, I watched, what is it, the Order of the Phoenix? It's either the Order of the Phoenix or the Half-Blood Prince, where the Dementors are like the very first fucking scene of the movie. The movie starts with the Dementors flying around. You can see that, and people have been... So when the government comes up with, like, these disclosures about, like, aliens existing, or what was it last year? They said that they were going to add in, like, demonic faces or something. Because the veil is... We're coming into the Age of Aquarius, which is the falsities, right, that entities have hidden behind is dropping. So that's why the powers that be are putting these things in for normal people to... It's like a buffer, right? They're giving like a heads up about how things are going to change. But like not taking accountability. Anyway, spiritual warfare. So music and movies that are produced within Hollywood are, are done so at certain frequencies, concerts, music, right? We already talked about Travis Scott. But there's different frequencies in music. But especially now with technology, you can add lower frequencies. I experienced this in LA when I did live in LA. The energy in LA is very intense. My body is I'm very sensitive to energies. Much in the way that people are sensitive to weather. Some of us are sensitive to changes in energy. You can feel the wind pick up. We can feel when people's energy changes, right? It's the way it is. So in LA, I was affected heavily by lower vibrational entities. That did lead to really... I was imbalanced, right? And instead of having someone to support me through that, I was put into even more lower vibrational situations that caused me to basically get kicked off of my feet, right? So when I talk about protecting yourself energetically, I mean it. Use whatever calls to. Nature is a really good protector. But like, if you have the ability to visualize within your mind to casting like shapes around you or energy around you, light around you, is very important. But we are in a spiritual warfare, and a lot of people aren't picking up on it. Another pop culture thing, in addition to Harry Potter, is, I've said it before few times and I'm gonna keep saying it, that end scene of the Return of the King of Lord of the Rings, where there is an army of etherical or ghosts or beings who have passed on, who are on the other side of who have transitioned out of their physical body. If you don't believe in these things, or if you are working from a lens of religion, you can still, you can do whatever you want, but religion doesn't need to stop you from accepting truth. Hang on, I'm gonna pull this up quick. This one. Spiritual warfare is real, but like whoever you pray to, whoever you have on the other side. I just want this one visual. Oh yeah, here it is. I haven't watched this movie in a long ass time. Okay, this is like a good illustration of like what spiritual warfare is, right?
Now you must die.
So
I summon you to fulfill your oath. None but the King of Gondor may command me. That line was broken. It has been remade.
all right, but you see the beings, right? So I don't necessarily think they're apprehensive to work with us. I personally, as a psychic medium, I know that I can feel the energy, and this might, you might think I'm crazy. That's fine. It's not your wheelhouse. It is mine. I'm not asking you to embody these truths for you, but being open to mine is what I am asking. I can feel the other side itching. It's like a vibration of passed on loved ones, ascended masters, ghosts. Ghost has such a bad connotation. Like, think of like Casper. Jemmy's here. Jemmy just came here. Hi, girl. She's a cat. And I can feel also those who have been martyred. There's an itch to support the collective with this spiritual warfare. And so that's why I just started this project today where we are diving into the divine feminine. I just posted that one. Those are all women, divine feminines, goddesses who have had their own power and fight when they were in this realm, this physical realm. And now we're going to be going back into the dreams of Gaia, because this is accepting our own darkness so that we're not afraid of darkness outside of us. And that is the process of shadow work, which is also the process of decolonizing, acknowledging where we have upheld systems against the innocents and vulnerable, right, within society, unknowingly for the most part, right? And taking our power back from those systems and utilizing that wholeness within us, right? The yin yang is coming to mind, that balance of light and dark, right? I just did a video about energy is everything, last week sometime. If you're kind of grasping for straws at this, first of all, I applaud you for even being here. These are deeper philosophies. These are deeper topics than most people. I hate the word most, but I think that's a fair generalization at this point. And it doesn't matter what God you believe in, first and foremost. If you want to give your power to God and ask God to take the reins on these, fine. You're a conduit for that, right? So whatever relationship you have to whatever higher power you believe in, whatever relationship you have with your passed on loved ones or your ancestry, again, cautioning those with colonial lineage, if you have not broken cycles, don't call on them to support us, because they will innately work with the other side, right? There's good, there's evil, all right? How you get to your heaven, your everlasting, whatever, eternal life, that is your personal journey. I do not, whatever religion that is, whatever god or goddess or practice you use, it's all good. The human condition, though, because we have a soul, yearns for some sort of connection outside of us to put faith and belief in. And that's cool. That's why religion is a thing. However, cautioning you, because within religion, dogma and doctrine have become very humans, man, men have been the ones to write the doctrine, have been the ones in position of power. We just talked about matriarch the other day, and that's why there's an imbalance, especially with this incoming administration. There's an imbalance of toxic masculinity / patriarch running the world, which is that spiritual warfare, right? Because they are going against life and nature, and right, they're trying to create babies in bubbles and robots, and trying to create these smart cities of, well, no nature, right? That is not that's an imbalance, and that's spiritual warfare, because they are killing the women and children at alarming rates, kidnapping, imprisoning, enslaving, trafficking, bombing, raping, and that's what a lot of these women have gone through when they were embodied in human. But what we need to understand is that regardless of what it is you believe in, there is spiritual warfare. And that's another thing is that a lot of people have come into consciousness. I think neurodivergence also has a way into the ability to feel energy differently. It's kind of a personal belief. There's definitely no academics behind that, unless you include mine, which, okay. I mean, there probably are other academics, but I have always believed that the way that mental illness has been pathologized and criminalized is a form of spiritual warfare. Because I know, for me personally, I've worked with hundreds of other people as well within the system. But for me personally, my gifts are what they call the mental illness. My ability to channel and mediumship, right? My ability to feel energy, like I already said. I can walk into a room. This is why I don't really like going in public. That's why I like creating my own spaces when we do go in public. And stores are the worst. Specifically grocery stores for some reason. Like, Walmarts are bad, but like grocery stores are the worst. But some people, if you're unfamiliar with like clair abilities, right? The clairvoyance, clairaudience, we can feel energy, and we can pinpoint who is feeling what and why. And a lot of people call that a mental illness, but that's a spiritual gift, because some of us are here doing that invisible work to support the collective, right? And then there's invisible beings who are also supporting that. I'm not crazy, I fucking promise. I've already been through people calling me crazy for most of my life. But I just want to alert people to what spiritual warfare is. It's that disconnection of you from your innate powers, gifts, your supernatural abilities through like this food, right? Through all of this synthetic food, through low vibrational entertainment, through even money. Money has its own vibrational frequency, but the way that money has been used to put these carceral systems in place, oppressive systems, has lowered the vibration of abundance, right? Because think about it, even if you are a Christian, think about Genesis, right? Garden of Eden had everything you needed, right? And we all know that Adam lied, because that's why he's the Adam apple, right? Why would men have Adam's apples from the Garden of Eden if Eve was in fact the one that ate it? He ate it and then he lied, which is another sin. Anyway, I'm not here to deconstruct the Bible. I am respectful to your beliefs, but let's go read Genesis again from a different lens. Anyway. Spiritual warfare is very real. The Trump administration is absolutely going to up the ante on this a lot more. They already are. You can see the way that since election day, it feels like it was about 3 months, but it was only like, what, 2 weeks? Not even. It was like 10 days ago. Not even 2 weeks. You can see how just that situation of him winning the election has circulated fear-mongering. People are freaking the fuck out. And understand that while that's true, instead of lowering ourselves into that fear, we step into our power by doing our own shadow work, continuing to decolonize ourselves, becoming strong pillars of faith. Whatever that faith is, at least you will have that faith of yourself. Remembering that you are the embodiment of divinity. No matter where you are, what man-made borders you live in, what color your skin is, the way you wear your hair, none of that. All of this is internal. It's intangible. Your soul, your spirit are under attack from these larger entities and systems. We are here to, and that's what the awakening is. The awakenings, there's been big waves for the past few years of people questioning what's really going on, paying attention, people being called conspiracy theories. But again, that's people who can't accept new information automatically will attack those who hold the information. Happens all the time. And again, that's part of spiritual warfare. They keep you low and dumb. No offense. They keep people uneducated and indoctrinated, right? Low vibrational. The evolution of humanity is under attack, quite frankly. Again, these billionaires are talking about, who was it, Rothschild, or what's the other one? I don't know. Is that one still alive? Rockefeller? I don't know. Is one of those two who's still alive for some reason. Vampires. Anyway, that billions of people were going to be killed this year, this coming year, 2025. There's going to be billions. He said there will be billions of people who die. And so it's like they're killing humans, killing the things that humans need to survive, and replacing everything with technology, right? That's not a human, it's not a human trait. As a human, I have no desire to take out other humans or kill the things that we need to survive. So ask yourself what entities are parading as human, right? People call them reptilians. There's also grays. There's different, but that's the thing. They're giving you the disclosure that they exist, right? Nancy Pelosi, after the election or after one of those debates in the summer, she got up there and said, "We're reptilians. You know, we drink blood." Fuck yeah, you do. We know, right? Some of us do. You don't kill children the way that you're killing children. Adrenochrome, Google Chrome, Mac and the Apple. The symbology has always been there. That's the law of revelation. They have to tell you what they're doing, but a lot of people are not paying attention to it, right? They're distracted. That's the spiritual warfare. They tell you exactly what they're doing. The Simpsons, they being the powers that be. Anyway, all that to say is that you cannot be a victim of spiritual warfare if you embody your own darkness and do your own work. And again, stand as a pillar to others in your vicinity geographically, or because we have the internet, you can do that you know, at a larger reach. I'm about to run out of time, but I just wanted to get on here and let you know, yes, we are under spiritual warfare. Humanity, individually, collectively, nationally, like different nations, species-wise, right? Humans are not, I mean, there's still people that believe that humans are like the only thing in the universe. That's absolutely ridiculous. There are other entities and beings and energies that embody in different ways. There's different life forms, there's different planets, but again, they don't want you to know this, you know, so they don't tell you. But there have been disclosures in the past few years. They just said a couple months ago that there was a mothership in our atmosphere, right? But like, people don't pay attention because Taylor Swift, right? Or whatever Hollywood parades around for your distraction. That is spiritual warfare. I'm not saying, but be careful with this. I'm not trying to knock anyone off of their rocker or make you ungrounded. If you are here still and you watch this whole video, go outside and put your feet on the ground. Take some breaths. But I think we really need to stop dancing around the truth and talk about why spiritual warfare is a thing. Power, control, they're bloodthirsty, whatever they are. And yeah, prepare yourselves to fight back. But first, learn your own truth by doing your decolonizing and shadow work, right? You can't be afraid of the things that you have done or made people feel bad at. You have to embody that. You have to fold in your darkness in order to be a pillar of light. Once again, you turn a flashlight on in the middle of the day, you're not going to see it. You turn that flashlight on when it's dark, you will see it, right? Embody your own darkness. And then nothing outside of you, no darkness outside of you can control you at all. Trust me, I've been possessed. I've been taken out several times by entities outside of myself. And it wasn't until I did my own shadow work, owned my own guilty conscience, made a list of all the things that I felt bad about, forgave myself for that, you know, made amends in the way that I could, and started moving differently. Also, if you have a very clear conscience, your karma credit, or your karma credit will be quick. You do something you know you shouldn't, you're gonna have karma immediately. And then you level those scales, right? The scales of justice. Okay. I'm proud of you. I'm gonna run out of time. Bye. Ah!